Poured Paintings by Doris Charest. Here are 4 cups and I set my canvas on there. What you need for this is some colors that are diluted and then an old canvas or a new canvas. I painted black gesso over this old painting and I'm using it as a means for my poured paintings. Keep in mind that all you need to do for your paint is to dilute it and then just pour. It's not a very complicated process. On the internet, you can find different tips and tricks to make it more varied as far as a background texture. But I like this method because the pouring and the mixing of the paint is very interesting. So you just keep pouring until you're happy and then you let it mix together. When you're happy about the way it mixes together, you just make sure it's level and you have your painting background. I love to use these as backgrounds because they make the most interesting kinds of backgrounds. The trick is to have your painting level and not falling all over on one side or the other. The more level it is, the more the paint will mix. If it's not level, it'll do like this right now. It'll pour over the side. So I'm just going to make sure that it's level. Here we are. It's pouring over the side still. I still have to make it more level, but look at the way it's interesting on the right-hand side. I love that texture and that look, and I can just imagine a mixed media project with that. Here's how it ended. And now this is a clip from a painting party that I had. And it's just us creating paintings. So we mix the paint, we add different colors, and then we start pouring. In the space of about an hour, we created about a dozen paintings. Those are great ways to create backgrounds. You just set up and paint and pour the paint, I should say, and you end up with several backgrounds that'll last you quite a while. So you pour, mix, cover the sides a little bit, and here we go. Now the resolution isn't quite as good because it was dark in our space, but at the same time you get the idea. How we just take the paint, pour, move it around, and you end up with a background. So you can use any kind of size of canvas. This is the last canvas. We just used all the leftover paint and poured it on to see what happened. And this became the favorite of all the paintings we did, just because it just came out great. Here's another example of a poured painting. This one is just about all on a horizontal composition format, and I love this background. It's going to make a great mixed media painting. There are areas I can work here and keep adding to, and it's going to make a fantastic painting. I can't wait to get at it. Here are some more examples of poured paintings. So you can never really predict what's going to happen, and that's the fun of it. And it makes great backgrounds for your mixed media. So the paint just drifts and mixes, and pretty soon you have a great combo. As you do this more, you'll find out that thicker paint does different things from thin paint, and when you mix the two together, you have an even more interesting background. So these are great for your mixed media starts. Try it out. It's very easy. Thin your paint and pour. That's all there is to it. I'm sure you can find some more tips and tricks, but that's the basics. See you in the next section.